AITA for deciding to cook for myself and not my husband. TW loss of a parent I, 42F, have been married to my husband, 48F, for 12 years, together for 15. We both work full-time, no kids. My husband is ND and extremely successful in his career, but struggles with day-to-day functioning. He has a lot of dietary restrictions, and over the years, I was happy to work around those. Mostly we now eat homemade salad and baked chicken in various forms. Unfortunately, this resulted in a situation where I do all the cooking. Any attempts to cook for me have lasted about one night before he is overwhelmed and frazzled, and so I just go back to cooking, as it's what I have always done. I also pay all the bills, manage the household, take care of the dogs, do the laundry, clean the house, and work my own jobs. I am an academic and work at 2 schools. Over the last 5 years, my husband has been sick with various ailments, starting with atypical long COVID, and then this year accelerating into an allergy to wood dust, intolerance to edibles, allergy to a paint I used on the kitchen cabinets, a reaction to our gas stove, and now, and this is the problem, an inability to tolerate chicken being baked in a tiny electric toaster oven as I'm not allowed to use gas anymore. He will not eat other meats or pasta. I cannot use the stovetop as causes oil to splatter, and it bothers him. He has pursued no medical solution aside from an inhaler from his PCP. His symptoms are mysterious and variable. He has not seen an allergist or rheumatologist in spite of my pleading. In the middle of all of this, I was the primary caretaker for my father, who died slowly and brutally. He died in my arms on December 21st, 2024, after 10 months of illness, during which time I became his medical and financial power of attorney. He died hardly more than 2 weeks ago. For those of you that know, you know. For those of you that do not know, I don't want you to know. I am now the primary caretaker for my mother. Since the death, my husband's health issues about me cooking have arisen and have become the focal point of a tremendous amount of friction in our marriage and home life. I know I am not helping. I am exhausted. I am traumatized by the death. I am lost. I am angry at not being able to cook in my own home unless I break my workday to do so that the chicken off-gassing has passed by the time he returns home from work. And even then, it causes so much stress, which compounds my desperate sadness. It seems silly to grieve the loss of the ability to cook, as I did, but I do. This morning, finally, I realized that perhaps I needed to remove myself from this whole emotional food-centered loop and told my husband he can cook and shop for himself, and I will cook and shop for myself and the dogs. He was not happy about this at all. I feel like a miserable failure of a wife. But I am drowning. I had to put some sort of boundary down so that I could protect and nourish myself in this hard time. AETA for longer wanting to cook in this impossible environment. ETA. Thank you. Thank you all so much. You have made such a difference. I am reading and processing all you're saying and will reply to everything.